If you're learning a new language, you already know about that incredibly frustrating gap between those stiff, sterile textbook phrases and the vibrant, living language that people actually speak on the streets. Well, in today's explainer, we are bridging that gap. We're going to break down 3 absolutely essential Brazilian Portuguese colloquialisms that will literally take your skills right out of the classroom and into the real world. So let's dive right in. Now, maybe you've come across some of these expressions before, or, maybe you just want to sound a bit more natural when you're chatting with native Brazilians. And really, that is our ultimate goal here. This isn't about passing a vocabulary test, it's about actual real-world fluency. We want to hand you the tools to sound totally natural, to grasp those tiny cultural nuances, and to really connect with native speakers on a much deeper level. So let's start with a super common scenario that you are absolutely going to encounter.
Section 1. Pooling your money together. The optimism of a shared community goal.
Okay, imagine you're just going about your day, the vibe is warm, everyone's collaborative, and you need to organize a group effort to pay for something. The absolutely perfect phrase for this is fazer uma vaquinha. It essentially means pooling your money together as a group to hit a shared goal. It's this incredibly friendly, highly practical way to share costs. You'll hear it used almost exclusively for those casual community-based contributions where everyone just chips in a little bit to make something awesome happen together. You'll find yourself using this in so many everyday situations. We're talking about shipping in a few reais for the office manager's birthday gift, or maybe splitting a really nice wedding present with some mutual friends, or even organizing a neighborhood collection to fix up the local playground. At the end of the day, it's all about rallying around a common purpose. So, out in the wild, it sounds exactly like this. Estamos fazendo uma vaquinha para comprar presente para o gerente do escritório, meaning we're collecting money to buy a gift for the office manager. Notice how effortlessly it flows in the sentence? It doesn't sound like a formal, rigid financial transaction at all. It's just a casual, friendly invitation to get involved. Section 2. When things go wrong. From poorly planned to total catastrophe. Because let's face it, life happens, right? When that beautifully cheerful plan suddenly falls apart, native speakers turn to a very specific, very expressive slang, dar merda. It simply means to go wrong or to end up badly, and it is used universally to describe those sudden mistakes or bad outcomes when something just completely didn't go the way you expected. However, I need to pause right here for a second. Massive warning on this one. This phrase does contain a vulgar term. It is extremely casual, like absolutely reserve this for informal conversations with your close friends or people you feel completely 100% comfortable around. Please, do not drop this in a corporate board meeting and definitely avoid it on a first date. Keep it very casual. Let's look at how dar merda can actually escalate. It can start with just simple bad planning. A project goes wrong. Then it scales up to active mistakes, like missing a train. And it goes all the way up to sudden, complete disasters, like your computer just crashing and deleting all your work. It's an incredibly versatile phrase for basically any level of frustration. It's also brilliant for expressing worry about a looming problem before it even happens. For instance, you might say, se a gente não sai cedo, pode dar merda e perderemos o evento. If we don't leave early, things might go wrong and we'll miss the event. You can totally use it as a warning too, like, hey, be careful with that decision, or it could go wrong later. Honestly, it's a real conversational lifesaver when you're trying to anticipate a problem. And when things escalate from just bad to an absolute disaster, you can really lean into it. Tudo estava bem até o computador travar. Deu total merda. Everything was fine until the computer crashed. It went completely wrong. Tacking that word total onto the end really captures the sheer scale of the disaster. Or, you could say deu muita merda if your friend tried to fix their own car and made it 10 times worse. Section 3, making your jumps, scrappy problem solving. Okay, so the plan went wrong. Disaster has officially struck. Now what? Well, you have to fix it. The expression you absolutely need right now is dá teus pulos. It's a wonderfully informal way of saying figure it out, find a way, or just do what you have to do to solve this. It heavily implies taking scrappy, independent action when you are staring down a challenge and, frankly, nobody is coming to help you. What makes this phrase so fantastic is the imagery behind it. The literal translation is actually make your jumps. But figuratively, of course, it means figure it out. I want you to picture someone physically leaping over hurdles, dodging obstacles, and just hustling to find a solution. It's such an active, highly energetic concept. You're definitely going to use this when you're facing an immediate, annoying logistical headache. Não tem ônibus agora, então dá teus pulos para chegar lá. There's no bus right now, so figure out another way to get there. It's a very direct command to just be scrappy and make things work, completely regardless of the setback you're facing. It also acts as this super strong directive when you've got urgent tasks on your plate. Precisamos daquela peça para a máquina hoje, então dá teus pulos para conseguir. We need that part today, so do whatever it takes to get it. You might also hear it tossed around when a deadline is approaching. Well, the report's due tomorrow, so figure it out and get it done. It's all about taking full ownership of the problem. Section 4. Start your language journey, taking your fluency to the next level. Wow, okay. You have just navigated a complete conversational arc with us today, from happily pooling your money together to surviving a sudden absolute disaster to aggressively and creatively figuring out a solution. Understanding idioms exactly like these is the secret sauce. It's what truly bridges the gap between just studying a language from a book and actually living it out loud. So I'll leave you with this. Which of these phrases are you going to bravely test out in your very next conversation? Do you want to learn even more of these practical, real-world phrases and truly start your journey with teachers from Brazil? Take the leap, get out there, and keep learning.